From conception to like realization, how do you convey this idea to someone who hasn't seen the finished product?
So the idea of it came to me when I saw an open call for Ukrainian magazine online. And I am very, I'm really easy to get excited whenever there is an opportunity to make a film. So I've read like, oh, we accept multimedia materials. And I'm like, oh, great, so you should accept film. So I basically called Ksenia the same day, and I'm like, Ksu, we need to make a movie. Like, we need to make it. And describing of the theme was lasting. Like, the main theme of the month for the magazine was like lasting and how things can last, how long they can last. And I thought about an anxiety that we're getting these days, like every single day. And I believe that the modern person lives in anxiety all the time, like in this condition. Like, where you go in somewhere and you're like suddenly remembering this one anxious thought you had, and you're like, oh shit, I need to do this right now.
Yeah.
And you start like running, and you're going through your whole day, like being distracted with so many things and just kind of like going away from you, and after you're like catching the thought again, and the cycle continues on and on.
Wow, it could mean so many different things. I love it. I had no idea, and that makes complete sense. Like I was going to ask, is she running away from something or towards something?
That's something you should ask yourself. I mean, that's the art of interpretation, right?
Yeah.
So
that's what I say. I mean, one who's seen the film and belongs to the audience. At this point.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's a lot. I have a question for you. So you were running a lot. Was there a lot of takes?
Oh yes, a lot of takes.
So are you good endurance? You have good endurance?
Yeah, I do sport like from 12 years old, different running, like rugby. I also like to run. So it was not that hard as it seems.
So that part where you stopped and you're like, was that real?
It was acting.
Was acting?
She's really great actor.
This part was where she's like stepping over and like continues to run. So actually, it wasn't the first take. So the first take she did it by accident, but I didn't like the take. So I'm like, this thing that you just did, like you stepped over, like do it again. And she did it for like 5 times more.
Oh, wow.
I'm really proud of her. And just a little fact that she didn't have any acting experience before we started shooting Apples. So she's just great as that. Like, but if you want to steal her from me, just let me know. We'll discuss that.
But there was a pan shot. Were you in a vehicle filming? Following her?
Yes. So the same day I called Ksu and said that we need to film this, I also called Sashko and Alenka. They have their own place in the credits. I just have great friends basically. I'm like, oh, do you want to do this shit in the evening? And they're like, yeah, of course, let's go.
Let's do it. Let's get some wine and do this. So the sound was added after.
Sound, yeah.
Yeah, how did you record that sound?
Well, I needed lots of takes, and some of the sound was recorded by myself, and some that I took from like the stock sounds, and it was 3 hours into the internet, like going through the Pixabay and like all the stock websites with the sounds and looking for something that would sound similar to each other, because it's not really hard to find the sound of someone running, but it's hard to find the sounds that will back to back sound like it's the same footage.
Sound design is very complicated.
It is, yeah. So I'm not really experienced in that, so I tried to do it by myself, and I think I didn't do like really bad job. I think I did like decent job.
Super good.
I don't know, it struck me and resonated. Such a simple concept says so much.
Yeah, thank you.
I like that. I really enjoyed that. I'm like,
thank you so much.
And I'm glad that you told me what your vision was.
Yeah, but it's really great to hear that you had your own interpretation, because it's something I really wanted the audience to have in the first place. And like the whole thing was to discover, how long things can last. And just FYI, I didn't get into the magazine. They didn't respond to my submission. But I'm glad I did it. And it was a 2-day movie. Like one day we were shooting, and actually we spent whole day because we shooted the first part at like I believe 2 p.m. and we needed to come back to the location after the sunset because I wanted like exactly after sunset.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I like the transition, the passing of
Thank
time.
you.
Because the camera's very steady, so is it?
Is it? Great! No, thank you. I'm really glad to hear that.
The question was like, was there a rig or was someone holding the camera?
Me. I was holding the camera.
Oh.
So I was sitting in the car on the passenger seat and I was like telling Sashko like, faster, faster, no, stop, faster, okay, we're going faster. And I was just kind of like, I'm pretty rigged myself. So I'm like, I was sitting and holding the camera and sticking my hands out of the window so it would be more, steady. Yeah, I wish I had a rig for that. And I'm like, now I'm watching the shorts on YouTube and some of the people having like dolly, and I'm like, I'm jealous.
I know, but sometimes too smooth is not good. You need that handheld feel, that visceral
Yeah, no,
feel.
I love how it came out. I like that it's not too steady. It's kind of giving me, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it's like, lifelike.
Yeah, you're part of this film. You're behind the scenes as
yeah.
part of the film as well. Your hands, everything.
Yeah.
Let's go to Dennis.
Yeah, congratulations. I thought it was
Thank
an
you.
amazing film.
Thank you so much.
I love the fact that the camera was out of sync with the lady running.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was so beautiful. To me, it was like almost symbolic for the dysfunction in the world today.
Yeah.
It actually was in the first place. Yeah, thank
the
you.
Elements just never align.
Yeah.
And it's so beautiful and so simply stated. So I wanted to congratulate you.
Thank you, I appreciate it a lot.
This guy.
That's right.
Oh my God, thank you for sharing this film with us. 23-year-old film.
Absolutely. It was shot on a Sony. It was a digital. It was on tape. It was digital tape. Yeah.
And you were telling me earlier it was like resolution was like 260.
Oh, it was super tiny when I captured it. Yeah. So I used AI software to remaster it up to 1080p and become color correction and all that.
How many old films do you have?
Quite a few actually. Yeah.
Because you've been doing this for a while. You've been doing this for what?
Yeah. Oh yeah, like 30 years. Yeah. Yeah.
He doesn't look that old, but he's older than me.
I just turned 50 in January.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude.
Welcome to the club.
Thank you.
You're not 50 yet.
Yeah,
Nice to be part of it.
So you were friends with this gentleman in the film? Are
Yes.
you guys still friends?
On Facebook.
Facebook friends.
The office that we shot at with the boardroom and the hallway and all that, that was a medical education company that I worked at the time when I was doing IT. He was one of the residents there, one of the doctors, and we were big nerds and stuff like that. We got along swimmingly. I'm like, you want to be in a Star Wars movie?
Star Wars movie.
And he was all for it. So, yeah.
How did you do the lightsaber effect?
Oh boy, that was a combination of Premiere and Photoshop. So
Okay.
I'm sure there's easier ways to do it today.
What about in 2003?
In 2003.
Yeah.
So what it was I took the video, captured it, exported it to Photoshop as a film strip. So you had access to every single frame. And then you have to draw a line on every single frame. And then export it back to a video and do filters and stuff for the color and everything else. So it took a long time. Very monotonous work, but thank you. It turned out very well. I was very happy with it. The sound took actually way longer than the visuals did, actually.
Wow.
Which, so my hat's off to any sound people.
Sound design is more complex than you think.
So because you have so much less to reference to work with. With visuals, you see everything as a reference, but to hear it and you just have so much less to work with.
I do a lot of sound designs for my film as well, and I love it. And for example, I saw the behind the scenes of episode 1. And those pod racers, he had used 4 or 5 different sound bites from different things to create the sound of the engine, one of them being a lion.
No
way.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah. It's in the BTS.
Oh, that's
Yeah, so you never know what
Ben
goes in
Burtt,
to get that signature sound.
Yeah. Ben Burtt, he was a genius.
Really weird.
His genius. I was excited I thought this I could breathe some new life into this and, remaster it, make it look better and share it with the world because other stuff I've done, I've been able to share in various ways, and this one's only been like on YouTube and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm a huge nerd, and I love.
It's just
I love
great
sharing
seeing the
this
reaction
stuff,
of the crowd. People are really into it.
Absolutely.
It was
Oh yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Laughing
So
in all the right
fun.
places.
Yeah,
It's good.
absolutely, 100%. I may or may not have asked permission to use the courtroom when I shot that. That was.
You were standing on the table.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. That was if anybody knows Sudbury, I shot this back when I was still living in Sudbury. That's on the Laurentian University campus.
Oh, is it?
Yes,
Yeah.
where I worked, and that was a boardroom at Laurentian University, and yeah. I kind of got some flack after this. Like,
Oh.
were you here after hours?
No.
Security saw something going on here. But it's okay.
You didn't pay off security, Dan. That's
No, I
the
know.
first thing you do.
Guerrilla filmmaking, I just kind of did it. But yeah, that took some sneakiness and yeah, some choreography. So yeah, we really kind of had to get creative and not hit one another with the painted dowels that I made. And
That's amazing.
yeah. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was challenging, but it was a lot of fun. As you saw, it was 2004 I finished this. It was like the first couple of prequels had just come out. So there was this new sort of passion for Star Wars that was happening, and there's all these fan films coming out and stuff like that. People doing lightsaber battles. Like, I want to do that. And I just like this was the perfect excuse to do that. So I just took my passion in general of being a nerd and just put it out there.
Are we going to see more fan films like this? I don't think it's fan
yeah,
film,
actually, well, yeah. I mean, I know you mentioned this a couple of times that I've been up here about my love for like doing pop culture stuff, like the Knight Rider thing.
Yeah.
And,
Little
and all
Less
that.
Hobo. We're still waiting for
Little
him.
Less Hobo, yeah. Well, actually, I'm contemplating. I don't know if anybody remembers the show Quantum Leap.
Yeah.
Yes.
Scott Bakula, yeah.
I have for many years I've been jonesing to duplicate the effect.
Oh, nice.
And do like a little Quantum Leap thing. Because I just absolutely loved Scott Bakula and I love that show.
Yes, it's
and
a great
so I'm
show.
thinking of doing maybe a little homage to Quantum Leap.
Yes,
So,
yes, yes.
so yeah, stay tuned for that.
I was at Kino last month, and you ended with a challenge for new people to make a film, and
Stacey did it.
this. I pretty much go every day and think, why?
Why? Just why?
There's so many signs, and there's so many rules, and there's so many ways that they waste all my decisions before I can even sit down and start working. There's so much happening, and I was trying to get that across, but I was also, my skill level was just a little low on how to make a film. So
You made it. That's what's
I made it.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah,
That's
in
what
my
we're
mind,
about. That's what we're about.
it was bigger, and there were bigger scenes, but I decided it was better to finish
Yeah.
than to make it perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, you just got to make it exist first.
Yes.
Absolutely. So you filmed all the reactions separately. You just stood in front of your phone or saw your camera, and I'm going to react to stuff I don't even see.
I know.
How hard was that?
Yeah, I was gonna do it all in the office, but then my camera broke.
Oh.
Yeah, and the cameraman said it can't be repaired. So then I had to finish it on my phone, and I decided to do it at home because they were just like, I had a tripod and setting that up in the office, even though I kind of had a spot, but yeah, that was the choice I made to get it done.
Yeah.
And just try different reactions and just have fun with it.
Yeah, no, have fun. And it works because you stitch it all together in the editing, and it's make-believe. It works.
I bought Adobe Premiere.
Yes. No. Somebody said no. No, it's good. It's
Man.
good.
Okay. You can school me after and tell me the other ones I should be exploring, but I bought Adobe Premiere. I learned it.
You just got to learn a little bit at a time. You don't have to know everything about Adobe.
No.
Just learn how to do one thing.
And I knew how to describe it into Google, and I'd be like, I want to put a layer over everything so it looks like I shot it in all the same place. And it's like, you need an adjustment layer. Here's where you find it. And I'm like,
Yes.
oh, great.
Oh wow! So
Have
you
to be
filmed this
patient.
at your office where you work?
Yes,
real?
I did.
Did anyone question what you were doing?
Nope.
This is a high security area. Like, what is
It was.
How did you get? How did you do that?
It was just my phone, right? It wasn't like the big camera, so I just was stealth. I just did it. Yeah.
Congratulations on not giving up on your
Thank
Yes.
That is an incredible lesson.
And finally, at any point, did you feel like giving up on making this film?
100%. The whole time, because the original idea I had was too complicated and I just couldn't do it, and I was gonna give up. And then my camera broke and I was gonna give up. And then I said, I want to do more acting. I don't want to sit behind a computer. I don't want to edit. I don't want to do this stuff. And I'm like, well, maybe I'll just do it so I finish the film. But I don't know how to use Adobe. And I'm frustrated and I wanted to give up. But I did it.
Yes.
Also, I'm a tourist, and if there's any tourists, right?
Say no more.
Say no more. If you give a tourist a challenge,
Yeah.
they will complete it.
Yes.
Because we are stubborn.
Yeah. But you have that experience now. It's invaluable.
Yes.
So now the next time you make one will be a little easier. You'll try something different.
Yes, I
something
have
new.
my next idea ready.
So whose idea was this story about you two guys walking in the woods?
Was I Pili?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So where did you film this?
Gatineau Park. Can you write thank you in your language? Oh, wow. It looks similar to Cree.
It was really calming in the first half. You're just walking slowly in the woods. It's kind of like a meditation with the music. Was that intentional? What was the point? What was it trying to say there? Or do you know what his intention was on that? Or is this a true story? That's a lot of questions.
Yeah, that's a lot of questions. Like 3 questions in one.
Yeah.
Let's just enjoy the scenery.
Yeah, enjoy. Do you ever walk in the woods like that?
Most of the times when I was young too. Yeah.
Oh. It's really interesting because it's like random encounter, like strangers talk. If you watch the movie and you put like a creepy suspense horror movie soundtrack, it looks like you're stalking him.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing there? You ever talk to strangers? Wait, you were Cree in this one,
Yeah.
and he is.
He's Enoch from Nunavut.
Wow.
Yeah.
So why did he want to make this film? Do you know why he wanted to?
It's just want to educate, people like in our language.
Yeah.
We basically have like same syllabics, like the alphabet. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Wow. There's so much to learn in there.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. You're also a filmmaker. You made your second film at Kino this last month.
Yeah.
Is there a third one coming out?
10-minute film, like for my program.
Oh, nice.
Film and media.
Oh, wow, because you're at Algonquin, right?
Yeah, Algonquin College. Yeah.
So I hope you guys can screen it here as well.
Yeah.
That'll be great. We really want to see that.
Yeah.
The sound, you get a lot of the wind in the sound. Eh? Do you guys have like lav mics on?
Yeah, we had lav mics. Yeah.
Yeah, that's always a challenge. Yeah. We'll talk about the sound later because I was in the woods yesterday filming it with the lav and I couldn't monitor the sound and there was a lot of noise wind. And actually, there's a free website where you just upload these little sound clips and I know it's AI, but it doesn't clean the sound, it reconstructs it and it eliminates everything. And those clips were perfect. So yeah, we'll talk. I'll hook you up. It'll be great. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Yeah. Can't control the wind. Let's go to questions. Any questions? Natalie.
I was wondering if there was a special meaning behind the word thank you. The fact that you spoke that word in both your languages.
Yeah. It's like me and his language.
Yeah, in you and your language.
Pretty much different. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was important to show the difference in the languages? Or the connection?
Yeah, it's a little bit. Well,
Both. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're important words. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Stephanie.
At any time through the filmmaking process,
Mhm.
or after perhaps, did you two sit together and want to learn more of each other's language
Oh, wow.
That's a good question.
and how to pronounce things?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. We're thinking about working together again.
Wonderful.
Oh, nice. Wonderful.
That's so
Yeah.
good.
Yes,
Yay.
let's go to Brian.
Have you had this happen in real life?
Sometimes, every time I meet, every time I encounter my people, like passing by in the street. Yeah. Yeah.
Yay.
13 Strings Chamber Orchestra, which
Nice.
has just celebrated 50 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Some of the players there were not born when it started.
Yeah,
but,
right.
but yeah, I remember when it started actually, too. Yeah.
Wow.
So it was obviously during COVID. And, you know, in the performing arts, we just had to stop dead, so to speak. Sorry.
So people who don't know, what's your role in this?
Well, I was hired by 13 Strings to shoot all their performances during COVID, which was about 7 or 8. So you saw about 4 minutes of what would have been an hour and a quarter of performance. So I would have 6 cameras for every one of these performances.
Wow.
And I was the main camera, and I directed the other. You know, I placed all the cameras, I did all the lighting, and I did all the post-production as well.
Wow.
Yeah, you edited this yourself.
Yeah, so it was the hard part, I guess, was just spending a day synchronizing all 6 cameras, because you know there'd be many takes as well. They wouldn't be happy, so they'd start. I thought, oh God, here's another take. You know, another hour of syncing 6 cameras or whatever.
Goodness.
So yeah, that was the tough part. So you know, when you add it all up, it was. I think Dan just mentioned it was about 18 hours of footage for every single concert. Yeah.
Wow.
Just storing that alone is massive.
Yeah. No, we had.
And how do you choose what to show at any given time? When you hear an instrument prominently, you show that, or?
Yeah, well, you know, you get to know the music. I knew some of the music, and so yes, exactly as you said, you cut to, let's say, the cello when they've got really interesting parts. You cut to the solo violin when she's got her solo. Occasionally the viola has an interesting part. There's a lot of viola jokes because they usually have the most boring bits. And what was the joke with Messiah? Oh yeah, a violist was having a nightmare that she was playing Messiah, and when she woke up, she was. Okay, not a funny joke, but
I was getting
a joke
lost.
nonetheless. Yeah.
So outside of filming this, what is your role with the orchestra?
I don't have a role with the orchestra. They.
No, but where do you go on Wednesdays when you're not here?
Oh, I see.
Oh.
Yes, I see what you. I conduct 2 choirs in
Choirs.
Yeah. I mean, I have conducted orchestras. I've actually conducted the NAC orchestra once or twice.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, don't clap. It's okay.
That's a pretty big space. Do you play yourself?
Well, I was trained as a pianist. My mother was a piano teacher, and then as a tenor. Well, as a choir boy actually, then a tenor. So I sang professionally for many years, and then I've been conducting professionally for over 30 years.
So Marion is thinking of bringing her cello here.
Yes.
To perform live.
Yes.
With one of her films.
Yes,
we have a piano here.
Yeah.
Improv jazz.
I don't know about that piano.
It's exhausting going through all that footage. Would you do it again?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
You don't get like fatigue because it's like you said 18 hours.
Oh, 18 hours of footage. Yeah, that I would have to go through. But that's once you line up all the cameras, then you know it's kind of free sailing. You say, okay, I'm gonna cut to this. I'm gonna cut to this.
Kind of like how they do like live events like the Oscars or something. They're all like camera B, A, C.
Yeah, I'm
W.
so happy we didn't have to switch. There are no switchers or anything. I just, you know, I took my time. maybe even a couple of weeks to do post-production because there's so much stuff.
Imagine doing this live.
No, I've done a couple of live shows, and this is preferable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you get to take your time. I wouldn't say though it was more than 3 takes, and and it wasn't anything to do with me. They ignored me. If I caught what I caught, great. If I didn't, too bad. So that was the thing. It was all on their time, not mine. So I had to make sure that I got what I could. Yeah.
Absolutely. Susie had a question.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
So were the instruments mic'd, or was it?
No, it was actually just what you heard was just one set of stereo mics.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're I think they're about $9,000 a piece. Those mics, but from Germany. So yeah.
But they're playing for the whole room, like it's important.
Yeah. So he just plunks them, about 20 feet in front of the stage, and then he emails me the sound, and I just sync it up to the
Emails it to you.
Yeah, he emails
wow.
it. Yeah.
That's wild.
There's so much going on behind every performance. Any other questions? Oh yes, Eric.
Was there a particular reason you chose this piece out of all the ones that you?
Yeah, I felt that that's a good question. I felt that this is one example where I felt I was more inside the orchestra rather than, it was more of a Hitchcockian. I always compare everything to Hitchcock because he got really inside the action, and that's what I wanted to do, especially with the last movement, which was so sprightly and so incredibly Hungarian, and so I wanted to really capture the energetic side of the playing. I mean, it's really incredible playing. These are top of the line musicians.
Sorry, it's one thing listening to this, but it's when you add a visual element to it, it transports you even further.
Yeah.
There's something it's one thing also watching it, but it's another thing being present as you're playing in front of you. There's something about the vibrations. I don't know, maybe I'm going too deep in this, but if anyone's ever seen an orchestra live, it's something else.
Yeah.
It is something else. Transports you.
The most invaluable thing is not to get the light in their eyes. I would hear about it.
Yeah.
Because I had soft boxes around. I didn't want harsh lighting, but they're fairly big, so I had to just make sure they were placed properly. And then, I wish I could have gotten sort of inside the orchestra a little bit more. Because I was sort of on the perimeter. We use zoom lenses, obviously. But I think that's something to make it more dynamic is to, have camera operators right there, but they would have just felt a bit weird.
Like a rock concert.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Or inside the violin.
That's quite the perspective.
I'll go too far. Thank you so much for coming on stage. So you had the film about appreciating fleeting moments.
That's right, yes. I thought that happiness was achieved when some kind of great event happened. When I had more money, a better job, or else was on an amazing adventure. I was actually inspired by the films, many of the films that have been shown in the past that are a bit more personal. So I wanted to try to make a personal film myself.
Yeah, and we're not going to talk about things you don't want to share. But the good days are not past. They're yet to come as well.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, well said.
So you filmed this. This is an older film, this whole footage.
Well, the footage is years old, but I just edited it last weekend. So I put the audio together and just put all the footage together. So I've had it for years and really didn't do anything with it.
But I kind of like, I'm paraphrasing here, but I kind of like what you said. It's not so much the achievable happiness that makes us happy, it's the pursuit of happiness. It's the purpose we get from that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole bunch of different schools of philosophy, right? And, and like what is happiness and et cetera, et cetera. So I know some people have very high levels, like they go up high. When they're happy, they're super happy, and when they're sad, they're like super low. And other people are more in the middle, up and down, bouncing. So I'm always more in the middle. I never really get super happy, and I never really get super sad. But sometimes I'm kind of fascinated with those people who can go way up to the sky or down to the ceiling, or up to the sky or down to the floor, and the range of emotions they experience. So, and I'm not there. I don't experience extreme happiness or extreme sadness.
It's so much unpacking that thing, and I love it. And I will rewatch it again. And it's easy for us to grieve that things are over instead of celebrating that it happened.
Well, that's an excellent point too, because when you look back, you have to look back and appreciate what you had, and that's part of your current happiness.
I love the mindfulness of it. It's like the little moments appear so big.
Yes.
It's a shame that they appear so big in retrospect when you look back on them.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and that's something I only learned as I got older. When I was young, I didn't know. You know, you've got to like live life to experience these types of emotions.
Yeah, we know it's a personal film, and was it? Like, I just want to ask one question. I hope it's not too personal.
No, there's you can ask me anything.
Was it difficult editing this footage?
Yes, I was very sad.
No.
Yeah.
Stephanie.
No. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, your unspoken comment. Yeah, I had it for a while, and I wanted to do something with it, and it gave me a chance to articulate some of the thoughts that I was reflecting upon, and yeah, so it was old footage, maybe about 10, 15 years old, that I had just taken of us hanging out on Super 8.
On Super 8, Natalie.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
It's one of the most emotional films I've ever seen you create. And it speaks volumes without saying hardly anything.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Like I said, so many others have made emotional, personal films that I've been inspired, but I've never really tackled it myself. It was a bit outside my comfort zone, so I wanted to challenge myself by doing something outside my comfort zone, like a film like that.
And I was just wondering about your process. How did you compose it? Like, decide how to compose the images? Because they're all amazing images.
Yeah, well, it's just I didn't have that much footage, maybe about 5 minutes of footage, and just cut out what I didn't need it, and just kind of wrote down the monologue that I recited, and that's it. Just put it all together.
Just what made sense.
Yeah, it didn't take long.
It's a beautiful film. It's beautiful.
I'm so
Thank
happy
you.
to hear that this is a safe space for everyone to
Well, thank
create
you.
amazing stories, and we've told some amazing stories here right from the heart. Kino is so much more than just film.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh, yes. Stacy.
What do you love most about Sunset?
Oh.
What I love most about Sunset is exactly what I said. The fact that it's so beautiful for such a short period of time, and then it's gone. And then darkness comes. So I'm not saying that darkness always follows happiness, but it's just the beauty of it is that it's temporal.
It's fleeting.
And it's only there for a short period of time, and you have to enjoy it, and you know that it's going to be gone. So it makes you appreciate it more in the moment.
And there'll be another sunset.
Yes!
Yeah, there's that. That's a good
There's more
point too.
sunsets.
Yeah,
But you're right about what you said. If every day's a sunny day, what is a sunny day?
that's it. Yeah.
You know when you like eat an orange or a chocolate bar? You've heard me say this before. This happens all the time to me. You're rushing to the end, and only when you're at the last slice of orange, you're like, oh shit, I better slow down and savor it. It's like life.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, for
100%.
sure. Good point.
Life is like an orange. There are slices, and there's one last. Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So why did you film the behind the scenes? Did you know you were going to put it together and do something with it?
So Kevin and I come from documentary filmmaking. We met on the job of Extreme Line Productions, where we learned documentary filmmaking. So it's always in the back of our minds to document everything that we do, pretty much. Perfect example of that. So when we were doing Discovery, Hannah was brought on to get behind the scenes footage. But even before that, which I only learned once I was doing the edit, Kevin filmed himself unboxing the alien mask without even knowing what that footage was going to be for, if you want to.
He rose to the occasion.
I'd love it if you kind of like kept your focus on here and didn't turn towards him. You can still maybe interact with him.
I would pick up the ideas that Kevin had floating around the room and refine them into what was possible to be filmed in our limited window.
So long story short, yeah, we just document a lot of what we do, even if we're not really sure where it's going to go yet.
Nice.
Wow, because there's stories behind the stories.
Every film that we make as filmmakers, you've all experienced it, yes, you've made a movie, but like the story of you guys making it is a huge endeavor, and you're always like, I know you've all experienced, oh man, I made this thing, but you wouldn't believe what happened on it. You wouldn't believe like that happens. And being in that space, I knew would yield us as filmmakers kind of just having a fun time playing. And honestly, like we said, it only took 48 hours of the whole thing. I think Andrew spent more time crafting and cutting interviews and doing interviews for the behind the scenes documentary, which is like, you probably like 3x'd the time.
Behind every story that you see on the screen, there's a story behind that story, which sometimes is more interesting than the story in itself, because it's everybody's hard work that we're all putting into it. And I just wanted to capture that, because the story of how Discovery came together was kind of unique, and I knew we were sitting on a lot of that footage for like 2 years. And you know, when I had some time in my schedule, I was like, this is the time. I want to show everybody how that went down.
I want to jump on that, and it's a bit of your question earlier, Vincent, of like, you know, did we film ourselves intentionally? That's something I have a really hard time with. If you guys go on my like social media, I didn't use it for pretty much my entire like academic and then beginning a professional career. And it's hard, right? It's hard. We like to film other stuff as filmmakers. Everyone in this room loves to do it, but it's hard to kind of turn the camera in on ourselves because it's vulnerable. And I think this exercise was kind of like, let's just do it. And the footage sat on a hard drive for 2 years, right? Because it's vulnerable, right? It's vulnerable putting yourself on the screen. But do it, because it ends up being, you capture the really cool stories of you creating. So film yourself.
Yeah, no, it's interesting because the memories we have, these are photo albums of our lives. We make this film, and then the footage of behind the scenes might become more popular than the film itself. It's like you get a cat toy and the cat likes the box instead, you know?
And also like capture more of the stories that are happening in Ottawa, because like, oh, sorry, James, Toronto is a big artist hub. No, Ottawa is their artist hub. Like, let's go. Let's you know, promote our art, and let's show ourselves making these films here in Ottawa as well. So.
And going into this, making the behind the scenes, is you're making a second production. So there's an element of performing for the camera as well. Do you struggle with what is authentic behind the scenes or what is acting?
I think we both struggle with that, because we have interviewed people for years and we know what makes a good soundbite. So we will often like stop ourselves in the middle of an interview and be like, oh no, I'm not going to go down that path. That's not going to sound good. Or like, oh, the first syllable of what I said, I hiccuped a little bit. Let me start over. So I think it's a double-edged sword. We know what will make a good soundbite, but I think we're extra self-conscious about it because we've heard, you know, hundreds of hours of interviews.
Just again, a huge kudos. Thank you. Hannah, you should really be up here so we can be like, this is you. Yeah.
Do you watch it every once in a while, the behind the scenes, just to remember and feel?
Guys, this was my first time getting to see it. Andrew presented it to me, because he's been working really hard on it. He's like, guys, we're gonna have the premiere of it. I would love to have everyone out. So, yeah, this is our first time seeing it as well.
Oh, it was great.
Nice.
I don't know if I'm unique in this, but I really like to watch the stuff that I make, because I'm the first audience that sees it. And if I'm bored, then you guys are going to be bored. So I first and foremost make it entertaining for myself, because I want it to be entertaining to you guys.
I love it. It was definitely, did you expect all the laughs all the way through? Did you expect that? Was it like, or were you surprised that everyone was on board laughing at the right moments, hopefully?
I honestly just wanted it to be more informative than anything, and just to show what filmmaking process can be. I know a lot of us have a picture in our heads of what it can be or what it even should be, but again, like a lot of what Kino is getting together for an afternoon and just having some fun.
And having fun, and it showed, it reflected in the behind the scenes.
I wanted to say that I really appreciate what you did with the colors, because usually what we see in a lot of documentaries, they're like kind of washed out. And in modern films, like we're seeing the decreasing of color in footage. So every time I'm seeing people actually playing with the lighting and with the color, I'm like, yes, let's go.
Thank you for acknowledging that. Yeah, we love color. I tried to sneak a few little Easter eggs into the interview comps. So Ixnaysiar's head was in the background of Kevin's composition, and we lit that with some red light. And I was looking around for a prop to put in the background of my interview, and I was like, well, I have the box for my Buzz Lightyear toy, like the spaceship. So I put that in the background, and I put a light inside of it to like flicker it up, and I was like, oh, there's something space related.
Are you doing some behind the scene footage right now? Because you're like a fly in the wall, he said.
When he was on stage.
Yeah, she was taking behind the scenes while we were up here.
You could be like a spy or an investigator. You can just like.
Maybe.
We all had fun, and it was a very short period that we were shooting. It would have really sucked if like one of us was like, no, I was having a really fucking bad day that day. But everyone was like, yeah, it was awesome. We had a great time. So that was really heartwarming to hear that from everybody. Unless someone's keeping secrets, but.
Is there going to be a behind the scenes?
Of the behind the scenes?
Of course. 100%.
Brian. But you can't use that song, right?
No, I can't.
No. Well, where did you get this song? It sounds similar.
I made it.
You made it?
Oh, you didn't know that?
Yeah,
I made that. Actually, and the funny thing is that it sounds like it's all like electronic instruments and stuff. It's actually not. It's the Wurlitzer electric piano that Supertramp used for Dreamer. With a Leslie speaker cabinet for that I know somebody here. Is if you were mashing your hands down on the keys on an organ and this speaker is like grinding the sound around, that's what happens when that logo flies at you.
Ooh.
It's mostly classic rock instruments with a touch of like a Floydy synthesizer.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I thought you knew that.
I didn't know.
I thought that. No, that last music video I made, that's... Yeah, that's real. Yeah, I do other music, yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's
so
amazing.
Cool. Pepper's voice.
Yes,
that's your voice?
That is me.
So cool. Pepper was the
yeah.
What is how do you challenge? Well,
it's not a challenge at all, actually. I grew up watching the frickin' show.
Rewind.
Channel. Thank you.
How do I channel?
It's been a week. How do you channel that energy? Because that's completely different than any character you do.
Honestly, I can just do it. Like in the series, I don't know if you know this, but those creatures were actually based on Nazis.
No.
For real. Yeah. When they first came out, it was based on the Nazis.
Wow.
But done well.
How do you call it pepper? Because it was salt and pepper shakers? Because they look like those. Yeah.
Salt and pepper shakers.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I was a kid. I was watching Doctor Who, and I was like, that's salt and pepper shakers.
Field full.
I shall not fail you. Proceed.
All right. I forgot to put Julia's name in the credits.
Ooh, Julia.
Yeah.
Speaking of Julia, this is your first time because you're working with actors because this is a continuation of the first part.
Yeah. I just kept the I put her a little bit at the end in there so we knew. Well, so some people might know where we were, but no. As you know, I did the whole year doing like little skits and stuff like that, and then I thought, well, before I make that switch to green screen where everything's just like kind of like you can do what you want now. I figured why not make the last episode less jokey and gimmicky and more quote, and I'm gonna put a big quote on acting.
but that scene where you're kind of like doing like oh no, was that meant to be campy or over the top?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Especially the maestro. I took it out. I'll put it in the next one for Master of the Universe. There's a couple of outtakes that I will be putting in the next one.
Because this is episode 7.
Episode 7. Ooh. Technically, there will be a 7B, but after that, next year it is full green screen. And if there are any fans of the show out there, I got a decent tax return. So if you know what Tom Baker's console looked like in the 70s. I built one.
Whoa, nice. Very nice.
Because I'm crazy.
So the Skeletor villainish, and the googly eyes is perfect.
That's awesome.
Well, here's the thing: when you asked earlier if I'm allowed to use a song, and the answer is technically no, you can't. There's a lot of people online who either have just podcasts or they actually do fan films, which I will not watch because they're terrible.
But that means they don't watch yours.
Probably not. No. Well, they got more subscribers than me. So what happens is that I decided, you know what, screw it. I'm not going to call myself the Wanderer anymore. And Pepper I didn't refer to Pepper as a Dalek, which is what they're called. And
That's right.
the Maestro was a joke name because the character is actually called the Master, which is why at the very end of the episode, it cut to the. I had to split it in half.
Yeah.
That's why it cut to the credits, because he leans in and says, "No, my dear doctor, you never do understand." The whole, if you remember, the whole thing has always been, "I'm the Wanderer."
Yeah.
So I decided to say, screw it, I'm using the name, and I wove it into the plot at the same time. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
Because you got to film everything on the tripod, so it kind of limits your shots, and it's more frustrating and difficult.
It is. It really is. And with also some money from my tax return, I bought a gimbal. Well, so I can at least move around, and it looks like I got a camera person.
We expect a lot for episode 8.
Yes.
Technically, it's 9. The other
9.
Yeah, because 8 is just this one cut in half.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Well, let's go to
second
questions.
half. Yeah,
let's go to questions. Any questions?
We got one
Ooh,
from
Eric.
Yeah, how did you make the laser effects?
Easy. Good question.
Actual lasers.
Actual lasers. Actually, speaking of actual lasers, I just have to say that the Dalek, when the lights go off every time he talks, that was just a model, and I was like, how am I supposed to make it do the blinky light thing? So what I ended up doing was taking a laser pointer and getting it exactly right, and then going making a bunch of little blips. But that was only one side. Then I was like, okay, do I laser point it to the other side, or I just fuck it, no. And I just basically copied and pasted and then inverted it and then stuck them together. And it was like, now they're both going off at the same time, and I don't have to do it 4 times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I cheated.
Sure, I know.
I cheated. And if you watch very closely, you can see some artifacts pop up when I'm talking sometimes, because the video footage didn't quite match. But yeah, that's how I did it.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, exactly. But the question again was what? Lasers.
How did
yeah,
you do it?
That was easy.
You just explained it. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, what I did was it's actually the title sequence without the credits, and all I did was put it into another video in the time frame, and then squeezed it down, rotated it on an angle, gave it a bit of a glow, and that was it. It was that easy. I was just like, I didn't have to do a lightsaber effect or anything.
Wow. Speaking of lightsabers,
It looked good.
we got a lightsaber film in the second half.
It's still low budget.
It's gonna be pretty cool. I'm excited to see what you come up with next. Now that you have the green screen and you're trying, and maybe working. You have the confidence to work with actors.
To work with actors. Yeah, well, if anybody wants to come to my house and play like science fiction stuff, you're more than welcome to.
It's in Gatineau. She's in Gatineau.
Oh, that's right, you are Gatineau, yeah.
So this was 2 films in 1.
Yeah, I kind of had an accumulation of some things, and I needed to clear some space, so they're gone.
Oh, let's say hello to people.
And with its head he went galumphing back. And hast thou slain the Jabberwock?
So why the Jabberwocky? Where does that come from?
Well, actually, a couple of months ago when I was playing around with the voice of Scooby, I just had the recording going, and I tried to do from memory Jabberwocky that I read back in like grade 8, and I was surprised that I actually knew it. Because there's things stuck in our brains that we don't even know that we've got memorized. And so I just started doing it. It was like, "'Twas brillig and the slithy tove to gyre and gibble in the wave of mimsy where the bow grows on the moon." And I'm like, how do I know this? But I was doing it in Scooby's voice just for the fun of it. And so that was the one take where I just sat down and said if I could do it from memory, and then I manipulated it.
Nice.
So it's just been floating around for a while.
Yeah, it's very lyrical.
I love the poem. I think that's why it's stuck in my head for so long. It doesn't mean anything, but it's just...
It's very Poe-like it's meant to be read.
Yeah, it's got a darkness to it, but at the same time, it's not scary per se. So I just went around and I just started trying to find some images. So on Pixabay, there were some images of the Jabberwocky stuff, and then there was that model design that I saw that I thought, oh, I've never seen it portrayed that way before, and then I just... It was me playing around with like animation, because I went into, there's something on the Microsoft thing like with the photos, and you can remove backgrounds and things and take out, so I isolated the head and the arms, and I tried doing that with the legs and the torso, but they didn't isolate properly, so I just did it with what I had there, because I've never done the animation stuff. So, and the sword, and...
The sword was funny.
Yes!
So good.
My favorite thing was because at the moment, it was like, and he stood a while and thought, and then he lifts his leg. And I didn't know, and I heard laughter, so no, some people got that.
Yes.
And that was very, very exciting to me.
Now, doing the duet, like, did you just record your consistent voice singing the whole thing?
No, I recorded Scooby's voice first, you know, because it has to be down, and then I have to sing it to the regular thing. So all of his manipulation of the voice was done first, and then I tried to sing to that, which was much harder, because I thought, since his voice and my voice are done by the same person, they should automatically fit and mesh.
Yeah.
And they don't.
Oh.
And that took a lot of work to make it sound as good as I could manage to make that sound.
Good.
But that was the challenge. That's what I set out to do, and I realized not as easy as I thought it was going to be.
It was really good. It was great.
Yeah,
I'm
it was
gonna.
funny.
Sometimes I watch them again, so I'm gonna watch this one again. Oh,
Thank
it's
you.
so good. I love it. This is Scooby. I don't know. You don't keep track, but it's probably like number 10.
Yeah, I really have no idea.
I love how when it started, it was like Scooby.
Yeah.
Actually, that just makes me feel really happy too, because, you know, like it does feel like a lot of the same when I'm doing these things, and I try to, you know, play around with different things. I try to play around with, like, with the Jabberwocky, I was specifically playing around with coloring, and I put the red coloring in, and I started doing things like that, and layering things, and I don't have the ability to light things differently. I don't have the skill, I don't have the equipment, I don't have the anything. So all I can do is anything post-production, and my skill with that is exceptionally limited too.
Yeah,
So.
and you're half the film is you can retell a story in the editing. It's wonderful. You created 2 films in one, and they were completely different than what you've previously done.
And I tried specifically to tie them together, so I had to take the trees and the spooky forest stuff and start the whole film of me introducing, and then making sure I had this same outfit on that was later used in something else. And like, there was a lot of things I specifically managed to put in because it's problem solving. And I'm like, how do I make sure this stays connected to this? And because originally I was going to try and put in, because I started to record it, you know, like one of those little ads or something, like the stuff they have when you're doing a double feature, like a Tarantino kind of thing where you put those ads in. I thought that would be really funny, but that made it long. And I didn't want to make it long, so I kind of overlapped them because I didn't want the people to think, okay, it ends here. So I kind of overlapped it so it just kind of seemed like one thing going through, but that again was its own challenge.
Yeah, no, it worked. It worked.